Of the 24 chapters, this is chapter 11. Longing has to flow freely, bringing up Bairns. Symbolic language of myths and kvæði, allegory and God spells, I'm telling the one thing we are ginnungagap. We are the great void, the womb of the universe, the fullness, truth, eternity, reality, divinity. Óðinn given to Óðinn, myself given to myself, Hávamál vísa 138 and on. Gnóð þessi átan, know thyself by transcending. Dogs are happy to obey orders from wolf pack leader, man in this case. Animals live according to their nature, so do we, be it base nature or exalted stages of manhood. Each bairn, child, kid, baby, is a human being with an evolved human nervous system, Sleipnir, therefore able to transcend, and man has free will. Has to be taught to use his free will wisely, and should not be brought up like a dog. Pecking order belongs to our animal lives, and should not be in human lives, but alas, we find it all the time in human societies. Plus the mistake to think that we can coax animals and kill them at will as we are superior to them. This our superiority and supremacy brings responsibility to man. Animals depend on our behavior in the world. If we are wise, their well-being is secured. If we are not wise, they suffer. When we bring up a bairn, we are responsible for their first steps in this their ivy. And this is a task of responsibility given to us. A bairn that is brought up in insecurity, mental conflicts, lack of spiritual performing of Valkyrias, suffers. The bairn is an integrated individual, has in him/her the orderliness of the laws of nature, if she is brought up in sound environments by loving and caring spiritual parents. I did not say religious, as that might be a bunch of social rules that makes strain and mental conflicts. Later in life, a spiritual and balanced individual will be attracted to good people, will seek the highest, and will make the world better for all living creatures. If we are afraid of being punished, then we start to hide and lie. We might learn from the harshness in the world that telling the truth does not pay off, but making a false image and show off is the good currency among lousy people. Food, air, water, love are ours. They are a present from nature. Our birthright is to have these necessities in life. Nobody can abuse these our gifts from nature, depriving us from the right to have them, as mental violence and threat, a device to control. Nature will not allow that unrighteousness for long. Yet some try to deprive bairns of their needs and fulfillment of desire, threatening or actually suffocate desires in order to manipulate and control bairns, their own offsprings that deserve all goodness only from their parents and teachers. Parents' role is not to teach us how to obey. On the contrary, they should teach us how to be all responsible for our longings, acts, words, behavior. Violence always breeds violence, and to maintain harsh and stupid rules we have to use power. Power corrupts, and the one who is subdued and suppressed becomes sad and miserable. And even worse, does not know how to live a life as a free man. Later in life, his pattern will be that of winning, losing, coaxing others, or let others rule him. That individual mixes up love and power, is stuck in the pecking order that men should rid themselves of if they want to bear the name a man. Rules, they should be for the blessing of the bairn, and should not be to let the bairn fit into the life pattern of the grown-ups. Bairns do not get born to fit into other men's life, but to learn to live their own life. Good emotions, healthy food, love, security, balanced atmosphere, acting uprightly, truthfulness, all are aspects of a home of good people and animals. Sometimes baby animals have more emotional security than a baby man does. Mother love is the nature of a mother, but base men, parents, might be loveless, cold and egoistic, even if they have all material values at hand. Violence breeds violence. Those who use violence expose their base stage of evolution. Longings and desire must flow freely, and each one knows his desire. We can guide young Bairns by speaking to them, teach them, and above all teach them how to contact the innermost field of life by performing a Valkyria every day. By an exalted state of an individual, purer thoughts and good quality longings are enjoyed spontaneously, effortlessly, naturally, as we act according to our now purer nature. Longings are a necessity in life. Life without an aim and desire is dull. But to have them evolutionary only, we must heighten our states of consciousness. This we do by transcending, purifying ourselves, becoming of a refined nature, because we always act according to our nature. The clash of desire is bad. Everyone should have his free desire flowing. We get angry if we cannot reach our goal, so we have to find the great flow of the universe, Thund, Dharma, that which upholds, in order to act according to the laws of nature, the gods. Natural law runs the entire universe flawlessly, and they work for us if we find the magnificent and majestic power in the field of total natural law. This field is within us, know that, and easy to contact by an easy natural technique that we can learn. If we cannot fulfill our desire, we become miserable and feel a great lack inside. We got born to a life to do in life what we have to do. Urður, verðandi and skuld have helped us to be born in the right place and time for our next step on our individual evolutionary path. We have to live this life. We cannot live the life of another man. That brings danger. Stupid mothers have grilla, a threat, as to say to Bairns that grilla will catch them, cook them, eat them if they do not obey the rules of the grown-ups. Unfortunately, Santa Claus is also used as such a grilla in December by some stupid parents. That which should be all joy and looking forward, the blessed Yule, the tide of blessings and peace and love, becomes a tool, a device for obedience of stupid man-made egoistic rules. That's an ugly story. A beautiful story goes, the little girl got a raw potato in the shoe as her mother was bad-tempered that night. When the little girl woke up, she saw the potato, took it to her mother and said, "Look what he gave me, a potato. Can you please cook it and see to it that it does not get mixed up with the ordinary potatoes?" At Yuletide, Odin, as Jolnir, rides over the sky on his pony or in his reindeer sledge to chase away wights of cold and darkness. Bairns carry out grains and hay to feed his pony or reindeers. They help, they give. This is a Yule present, to give. Not asking for a gift or gifts, that which Bairns know in some places nowadays. We are Ginnungagap. We live an individual life in a body. The purpose of life is to evolve and seek the supreme happiness. Grown-ups should aid those in the little bodies. Bairns might even be more intelligent and on a higher stage of consciousness than the grown-ups around them. We know deep inside what we want to do, what we have to do, and know that we get born to that. It is our personal evolution, the next step on the road to Valhall, in this ivy or some of the next ones. We should use every ivy lifespan wisely. So we perform a Valkyria all our life, hanging or pending on the life tree, in the nothingness of total loss of the worldly, out of the sphere of the three guna of nature. The family together is even best. Transcending, kindling the fire of knowledge, ullur, is the only way out of the three guna field, the only way out of the cycle of impression of action and happenings, the new desire fueled by base seeds of memory, and the next action that leads to a new impression on us, etc. This is the ancient wisdom of our reverend forefathers. It has been lost and trodden on during the Dark Ages, but now we are regaining the profound understanding of their Weltanschauung, of the purpose of life, rediscovering the treasure which truly is ours. Valhall, where we are heading, and the shortcut to that exalted stage, is performing TM all our life. We go from the misery and little joys to the palace, where there is abundance, pure desire, and responsibility. In palaces, there is responsibility. Einherjar are responsible for heightening the consciousness of the whole of society, nothing less than that. Their intentions and desires is of the highest quality, and they live for the good for others, not for egoistic purposes and selfishness. Life starts to go our way when we become purer. Our intentions, longings, actions are of a high quality, have the support of the laws of nature, the gods, so we need not worry. The ups and downs of life, as when we are in the hands of the duality of the world, are no longer there. Little joys in the world always have their opposite, and will be the cause of sorrow when we lose them. The world is all change. The only thing we can rely on for sure in the matter energy field is that perpetual change. Know the ways of action to be unfathomable. Gahan karma no gati. Unfathomable is the course of action, says in Sanskrit in the Bhagavad Gita. Maybe our forefathers were telling us this in their priceless art pieces. We have control over action alone, never over their fruits. So we are careful about actions, but do not live for the tricky worldly business of the longed-for results, even if they were our motive in the first place. Right actions have support of thund and dharma. Base actions are useless. Urður, verðandi, and skuld, duty, debt, are too complicated for us to figure out. We live in the eternal wheels that carry us onwards. If we cross over all evil by the raft of knowledge, then wheels, or yule, carry us safely and fast, and are evolution supporting. By the raft of wisdom we can cross over all huge seas of sin and evil. As a seed or a nut, we reap as we deserve. Our former doings, actions, deeds, thoughts sprout in our lives. When time has come, what comes to us is our karma, doings. We can avoid the danger that has not yet come by performing a yaja, heyam dukaham anagatam. And the best thing is to perform a valkyrie every day. And our doings will be of a purer nature, bringing back some pure fruit of action in due time.